I
This
can't on
is
Twitter
we
though.
are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Give me a moment, folks. I am Abraham Sauce God on Twitter. Abraham Sauce God, joined here with my co-host Gage, Mr. 12 Gage at 24 Gage Oliver 24, and we're going to be talking about the Bills promoting quarterbacks coach Ken Dorsey to become the next offensive coordinator after Brian Dable had accepted the head coaching opportunity for the New York Giants, which was very much expected. Just give me a moment. Want to share some of this picks and boom, 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 boom. All right. So first thing that I wanted to talk about, Gage, of course, we're live here on Twitter, live on Facebook. If you're on Twitter, hit us with a retweet. If you're with us on Facebook, drop a like, hit the share button, drop us some comments, let us know what you think. We're going to talk about Ken Dorsey first. Um, it wasn't a surprise to me, Gage. I know some people out there were worried about, we had to interview a couple of other candidates outside the Bills organization, including the Ravens wide receiver coach. Um, and and the reason for that is the Rooney Rule. You have to interview at least two minority candidates. Of course, I won't get into that on the show. That's just how it goes. And and now we're seeing stuff come to light with Brian Flores, which is crazy stuff. But of course, it does exist. I'm not going to get into it because I don't like to get into the deep parts necessarily of what goes on behind the scenes. But there are some topics about Brian Flores. Was texted incorrectly by Bill Belichick, and he meant to text Brian Dable about the coaching job is yours in the in East Rutherford. And Bill Belichick, of course, has deep ties to the New York Giants, so that it's real information being presented. What that has to do necessarily with what he was shown, as far as um, any sort of negative thoughts or racism or anything like that, I'm sure more is going to come to light. I like I said, I almost do wonder if maybe he was meant to bring into the Miami Dolphins to not be successful. There's things coming to light about he was going to be paid 100K per loss that he coached the Dolphins to in order to move up in the draft. I don't know how true that is. I'm sure, like I said, if anything that gives evidence, it will come to light eventually. But I want to go and talk about Ken Dorsey, and congratulations to him first of all. I know a lot of people were really kind of worried about losing him to the Giants because of Brian Dable and Joe Schoen over there. And there's a lot of talk about he's frustrated with the head coach, the defense, whatever. I don't buy into all that. I think that there's just smoke being blown in places that just because it happens. People blow smoke for no reason whatsoever. But Ken Dorsey is the correct person for the job. I tweeted about, Josh Allen was going to be included in the process, and that were per Sean McDermott's words in a press conference, and that makes me happy to hear. And I'm sure that this is the guy that Josh wanted. It's the only choice, and I wasn't worried about losing him to a team. But there was an argument being made that the Giants have a worse quarterback in Danny Jones and an inferior team overall. So that would, if Ken Dorsey could come in and turn that around and turn that situation around, it would present more head coaching opportunities. I don't necessarily agree that gives more opportunity than taking the Buffalo Bills to the Super Bowl as an offensive coordinator and having its offense be displayed in 2022 and 2023 with more consistency and more Josh Allen, which is what I think we're going to see. Then,
Mm.
then you're going to still earn those head coaching job prospects, and you have a chance at winning. And of course, I think that Ken Dorsey wants to see this through with Josh Allen. He has been instrumental in his development as well as the entire offense. I know that he's been the passing game coordinator since 2019, and that's kind of when Josh Allen took his leap in his sophomore year, and then ultimately in the leap that he took into his third year, and then playing as well as he did again this year. So it's good that Ken Dorsey is going to be there. Continuity is very good, and I'm sure the players have respect for him. And it gives us a chance to really focus more on the defense and what we're going to do and what we're going to do in the draft. And if Leslie Frazier's going to stay, anything like that, it's good to have, any distractions out of the way now. Ken Dorsey's the guy moving forward. Again, congratulations to him. And I do want to give another congratulations to Brian Daboll on taking the head coaching job in New York for the Giants. It's an awesome opportunity, and somebody that I truly believe deserves it and has earned it. He's come up through Nick Saban and Bill Belichick and Dermott, all three great coaching systems, well-respected coaches. And I think he's going to have a chance to, maybe turn around the culture in New York that exists right now. And I do wish him success as long as it doesn't interfere with the Buffalo Bills. And I think that, like I said, he deserves the job. It sucks to see him go, but, I was content with losing him because I knew that Ken Dorsey was our guy going forward, and I'm not at all questioning that decision. If you guys are just now tuning in, of course, this is presented by the Gamebook in partnership with Super Draft Pro and in partnership with Caesars Entertainment. We're talking right now about Ken Dorsey being officially hired as the Bills' next offensive coordinator going forward after Brian Daboll took the head coaching job in East Rutherford for the New York Giants. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Tom Brady retirement. Of course, this became news over the weekend. Ultimately, after a week after that he lost to the Los Angeles Rams in the divisional round, it's of course, here's what I'll say. Regardless of anything controversial in his career, the guy has literally performed from he's a top 5 quarterback every year that he played the game, including his last couple years in his 40s, which you don't see. He had some really great coaching, with Bill Belichick and the offensive lines that they had, some solid offensive-minded guys. But Tom Brady was just through and through consistent. And as much as I hated it because of the pain that it caused me and how much I did not like watching him play, it was something honestly incredible to watch because he is the greatest to ever play the quarterback position. And I got to see that from start to finish. And and it came to light today on his Instagram himself, posting the I think 5 or 6 pages that he wrote, basically just thanking everybody in the Buccaneers organization and everybody as far as his teammates in the Buccaneers organization and his brand and all the people over there, his manager, but nothing for the New England Patriots, nothing for their fans, and it's kind of crazy to see. Now, I guess you could say when he left New England, that was goodbye. But this is also the end of your overall career. You know what I mean? It's not just leaving a team. That's the team that you spent your career with, and you're calling it a career. Your career quits. And I do think maybe we'll see him say something either via video, press conference, something like that. I don't think that the Instagram message is going to be everything. I'm sure there's something planned. It's all done behind the scenes because of marketing and brand and all that stuff. And people were questioning ESPN and Adam Schefter for leaking the story. I don't necessarily think that was on their part. I think the story was leaked on purpose, to create the buzz and to get people to look at the brand and everything like that, and just, get as much Tom Brady as you can now before he retires, I guess, to boost up his brand and whatever. Like I said, I don't think it's by mistake. Adam Schefter is very consistent with his reporting. We all know pretty much, I'd say 95% of all NFL stories come through him. And unlike Ian Rappaport or whatever over there at NFL Network with the Antonio Brown trade, I've never seen that kind of stuff from Schefter. So it's been an honor in a sense to watch him. It's been painful, but it's been incredible to say that I've seen the best quarterback of all time play. And I've seen some really great ones, obviously. I didn't get to see guys like Joe Montana or really Kelly or Steve Young, Trey Aikman, none of that stuff. I'm watching what I'm watching now, and the game is going to be taken over by some really great young quarterbacks in the NFL. It's going to be very exciting. The guys that are 27 and basically 26 and under. The league is in good hands. Tom Brady calling it a career after 22 incredible seasons with 7 Super Bowl rings and 10 appearances. And one of those appearances setting the record for passing yards in the Super Bowl with over 500 against the Eagles, even though they lost. And having one of the most incredible comebacks against the Atlanta Falcons down 28-3. We all know how that went. Again, hats off to him, and may, retirement treat him well. It'll be nice to not have to watch him on the football field anymore. That's all I can really say about that. And, and he's one of the lucky ones to come out at this point. Peyton Manning started taking shots towards the end of his career, and that's why he started to deteriorate and play, because he could have probably played another three years, at a peak level. if he wasn't getting hit so much. But Tom Brady, obviously, we know he doesn't take very many hits, and when he does, they're never hard hits. And so, again, he's one of the lucky ones, 44 years old, calling it a career, and on to the next chapter of his life. That's coming via his Instagram post today, thanking the Buccaneers and all their fans and his brand as well. So that's enough about TB12. Let's go ahead. It's about 6:06. I want to give a little quick announcement. You guys will be seeing less live videos coming from us, and that's because we're only going to have live coverage for specific big bets or something like that, or big announcements, messages, anything like that, or, of course, pregame coverage for like things like the Bills, whatever we've got coming up, because obviously sports will be rotating for us as we look to cover more basketball, some hockey, NASCAR, all that kind of good stuff, and as well as the NFL draft. Look for our podcast, which will feature multiple topics, different people coming on. It'll be hosted by myself. Gage will be there sometimes. And also make sure to turn those notifications on so you guys don't miss any of our live coverage or any videos we post, any statuses we post, because we do have a huge break coming up on the Gamebook - Sammy's Sports Cards this weekend, exclusively on Facebook and YouTube, not on Twitter. And that will have some insane product in sealed boxes and sealed packs that will be up for grabs. I think he's doing it on a team basis break, easy to pay, nothing but professionalism with a shipment, guaranteed quality, and that will be on the Gamebooks page at Sammy Sports Cards. You can message him and follow him on Twitter at SlamandSammy55 or myself at A-Bomb Sauce God, and follow our main page at T Gamebook. And so I'm looking forward to what Sam's got coming up this weekend, is what he has in future product. I know he's preparing himself for it. His audio and everything is going to look awesome, and the show is going to look incredible. The display, everything. And I'm expecting people to pull some serious value and some serious heat. And, I'm definitely getting in on the action as well. There's no way I couldn't. So make sure to check that out. We're going to go hop over now to the hashtag sports betting picks. Of course, we do not encourage or endorse any illegal or underage gambling of any sort. We are going to provide picks, bet at your own risk, provide DFS lineups, and do so at your own risk. And I will say this, Gage has had a lot of success with hockey. And as he finds out, you can't always hit every 3 or 4 team parlay, but shit, if you're picking 2 out of 3 correctly, 3 out of 4 correctly, straight bet them as well, possibly, and just at least having the accuracy on your picks feels good nonetheless. Gage gave me 2 for 3 last night, and the night before he gave me 3 for 3. The night before that, I think he gave me 4 for 5 or maybe 4 for 4. I'm not sure. I might have put my own to lose it. Gage has had some success. So let's go over to your NHL picks first before I go into what I have, because I have a variety of things.
All right, guys, my hockey picks are, I have got the Tampa Bay Lightning and the San Jose Sharks going over 5.5 goals tonight. I have got the Winnipeg Jets money line. I have got the Florida Panthers money line as well. I have got the Washington Capitals covering 1.5 goals over the Pittsburgh Penguins. I have got the Toronto Maple Leafs money line. I have got the Boston Bruins money line as well. I have got the Ottawa Senators plus 1.5. And the Nashville Predators money line as well.
Okay, Gage, and I appreciate those hockey picks. Again, good luck to you. And, take those picks, bet them. I've been riding with Gage on hockey. I mean, whether you want to parlay it or straight bet it or do both, I think that he's provided excellent picks and consistent picks. So you can't go wrong. Of course, I have the saying, and everybody else that bets, scared money doesn't make money. Don't bet money you don't have. Come after finding us afterwards and yelling at us. Of course, bet at your own risk. I'm riding with Gage 100% on all his hockey picks. I did stay away from the Florida Panthers game, but I also have some NBA picks I want to give out. I've been picking over-unders. Now, real quick, some of these spreads will not be necessarily accurate to what you're seeing. Every sports book, every app is different. I have also elected to buy points, meaning I move the spread by, decreasing or bettering the odds of payout. So if I take something that's, a plus 7.5, but I buy it to plus 9.5, it's going to pay less, but have more likeliness to it. Not guaranteed, but likeliness. So I've got first Detroit and the Pelicans played last night. Low scoring game, I'm thinking I've got under at 218.5. I've got the Miami Heat plus 3.5 against Toronto. So they both played last night. Miami lost. They played each other several times in the last couple weeks, and it just Miami's capable. At times I thought that they maybe were going to keep it close with the Celtics, but I don't think Jimmy Butler played. I don't think he is tonight. Whatever, doesn't matter. I've got Miami Heat plus 3.5. I'm taking the under at 229.5 for the Milwaukee Bucks and the Washington Wizards. I know Bradley Beal for the Wizards. Bucks might put up some points. I don't know. I don't see the Wizards necessarily doing it. I just don't see it getting to 230 points or higher. I like the over in the Phoenix Suns Brooklyn Nets game. James Harden might play. Kyrie Irving's looking kind of hot. He's playing tonight. Phoenix Suns are playing pretty solid. No Kevin Durant, of course, for Brooklyn, but I think not really good defense from Brooklyn. And the opportunity to score points offensively with the guys they do have will push that game over nicely at 227.5. I also have for the Buffalo and Ottawa game. I'm sorry, Buffalo and Vegas Golden Knights game tonight. I have over 5.5 goals, just to toss that in there. And I've got the Toronto Maple Leafs -1 against the New Jersey Devils. I like Gage's picks with the Nashville Predators money line. I'll ride with it. Canucks just played last night. Predators are playing all right. And I like the over 5.5 for the Tampa Bay and San Jose Sharks game. I see a good 4-2, maybe 5-2, maybe 5-3. Who knows? Something like that. Let's see what else.
Can score at will.
Yeah. Now these games all start at 6:30 and 7, so this is perfect. The first game at 6:30 over 134.5 for the Connecticut Huskies in Creighton. 134 has been a tricky number with college basketball, so I'm gonna just ride the over on this one tonight. It's got to come up for me on this one. I like under 138 for Siena and Canisius. You know what I mean? So under 132.5 for Northwestern and Rutgers. I don't like the unders at those scores. You know what I mean? But whatever. And I've got the St. Bonaventure Bonnies money line at -159. Those four are on a parlay. And then I have a little bit of a mixture on a 9-teamer and some round robins, of course. I'm in a tournament for Super Draft Pro on their Super Draft Sportsbook app. So it's all money that they give to you to bet. So, you got to bet it all in the night. So, you might as well put on some stuff that's going to put you ahead. And I'm hoping to take first or second place home on one of these nights. It was close the other night, Gage. As you know, I threw a last-second 3-teamer with the 5K I had and just came up one pick short. But, of course, I would have won first place. So I'm right there. So, yeah, I like a little bit of that mixture on the 19 parlay as well as 2 pick round robins out of six selections. So let's see how that does tonight. Of course, Timmy's in on the betting as well. I know he's excited about that. And I'm going to talk a little bit one more time. Sammy Sports Cards coming up this Saturday. Sometime I'm thinking 4 p.m. in the afternoon. If you're interested in that, you can DM me on Twitter, watch it on Facebook or YouTube. Just message us. And it's real simple, you know what I mean? And like I said, there's opportunity for some serious value. Tonight on the Whatnot app, I believe at 8 or 9 p.m., Craig should be live at Clad Colt with some sealed product, I think including some Charizard boxes and the sealed first edition battle, whatever pack. Going to be fun stuff. Myself and Gage will be there. Tune into that. And, of course, guys, good luck on all your betting. And I'm going to hand out my DFS as well real quick since I have a second, and then we're going to go ahead and sign off. Appreciate everybody for their likes, shares, retweets, all the action. Anybody who's tuned in with us, make sure to hit a follow button so you don't miss any of our content. The Gamebook is your premium source for sports news, Buffalo Bills and Baltimore Ravens coverage, sports betting picks, and DFS, and various trading card breaks, and much, much more. So I have tonight, Gage. I haven't had a ton of luck, but I'm on the free lineup, whatever, with $100 in prizes, 225 entries right now. Okay, so this is what I've got. I've got Claxton as the champion for a 2.7 multiplier. I've been getting killed by those. I'm going to try to ride that wave. Devin Booker, the co-champion, at 1.5 multiplier. Bismack Biyombo at 1.9. Kyrie Irving at 1.1. JaVale McGee at 2.05. And Brown at 2.2. And I like those because, there's possibly no James Harden. There's no LaMarcus Aldridge. Possibly no DeAndre Ayton for Phoenix. So somebody's got to get those points. And, of course, all of those picks And the live draft lineup have been presented by the Game Book in partnership with Super Draft Pro and in partnership with Caesar Entertainment. It's been a fun privilege to be on here, of course, with my co-host 24 Gauge Oliver 24. They call him 12 Gauge. And as we get over the Bills' loss to the Chiefs, we will possibly have coverage for some betting props and things like that for the Super Bowl, which will be played a week from this Sunday. And of course, I will not be paying attention to the Pro Bowl this weekend. I'd rather watch Josh Allen golf. All of us here, we
Yes,
say
sir.
welcome to the Game Book and good luck on your bets. God bless, stand tall, and have a good rest of your Tuesday.